Hey everyone, Britt and Chris Carmichael here, bringing you the Elevated Life series, where we teach you simple mindset shifts to create radical transformation in your life. And today's topic, we're going to share 5 things to try when you're having a blah kind of day. How many of you are feeling the energy right now is just like, whoa, so much is changing, and with change, comes resistance sometimes. And so in that resistance, it can make us feel like, oh, this day isn't working out, or things like that. So we're going to share 5 things that you can try when you are having a shitty day.
Yeah.
Wait. Say hello if you're watching live. If this is your first time, where are you watching from? Hey, Curtis from Charleston. Hey, Laura. Hey, Marie. So good to see you guys. If you know someone who would love this message, go ahead and tag them in the comments below. We're about to get started, and we're about to elevate your energy today. So if you have been having, maybe today you've been having a blah day, well, what we share with you today is going to help lift your energy, to elevate your life, and help you to see from a more positive perspective.
The big deal about this is that, we always want to talk about success. We always want to talk about being a champion, all these kind of things. But the reality is that some days you wake up and you're just not on the horse. You're just not riding it. You just don't feel good. You slept weird. The day before was strange. There's a lot of stress going on in your life. And those days come up. So we really have to focus on those days, because when you can change those days, the easy days are easy. They're automatically easy by default. So it's those blah days where you don't feel motivated, nothing's making you happy, your best food doesn't sound good, hanging out with your partner doesn't sound good, where everything's just kind of like, I'm sick of it all. And it's not like you're in this super depressed spot. It's just you don't feel like it. And so think about a time where you felt like that, where it's just the day was just like, I don't like this. I don't like this, and I knew I didn't like it right when I woke up. So we've been doing these 5 things when those days happen to us, because they do happen. They don't happen very often, and figuring out these 5 things really changed the game for us, because it went from having one blah day to now we're having maybe one blah hour, or maybe it's an hour and a half, and suddenly we're back in the game after lunch, or that night, or maybe it's that morning. What you really don't want to do, and what we're really intending to do here, is that you don't take a crappy day and turn it into a bad week, and then because you're in this negative space, suddenly you're suffering with your partnership, with your lover, or in your business, or anything like that. So we're trying to minimize that.
Yeah, and to live an elevated life, life has ups and downs all the time. So what's important is when you're in that down mode is how fast can you bring yourself back up. The thing is, you can spiral downward, and like Chris said, you can keep going, and it gets worse and worse and worse. But to live an elevated life means to have that conscious awareness to go, ooh, I'm not feeling good, I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm angry. What does this represent for me? And how can I shift it to lift my energy and find a little bit more joy? That is what living an elevated life means, that you have the power, the control, and the awareness to begin to shift your moods and your energies. Because if you're allowing your emotions to run the game, then you're not in control.
Yeah, so the first thing that we do, golly, this works so well
too. Hey, Erica!
Yeah, hey, Bridget. The first thing that we do is we take a cleansing shower. And this was actually something that Britt came up with. She was saying this works so well for her. And what you do is you get in the shower and you use your imagination, use your creative visualization abilities, use that great imagination you have. And as the water comes off of you, imagine it draining into the drain all that kind of negativity that you feel. And it's weird how well this works. You're like, oh, that's not going to work. You get in the shower and you do it. That worked. You get out, you feel so much better. And so try out that getting there in that cleansing shower.
Yeah, so what happens in the shower is that your aura, so all of us have an aura, an energetic field, and when we go throughout the day, our auras touch each other. I mean, Chris and I, he's allowed in my aura, okay? So when you come close in contact with people, your aura, messes with people in a bad mood, maybe at work, their energy rubs off in your auric field. And so when you get in the shower, the water actually retreats your auric field inside your body, and it helps to cleanse it. So that's why the shower is actually a really powerful tool for releasing energy, because you really are doing it. Another thing that I love about the shower is that I also imagine whatever has stressed me out, like melting down my body and melting down the drain, like you said. But I also imagine the water as like a glowing golden light, because that energy has the power to heal our physical body.
Yeah, this stuff is crazy powerful.
Erica says showers are my therapy. Faux show.
Yeah, it's true.
Love the necklace.
The other thing I really like doing is alternating cold and hot. And the reason why I like doing this is because it reminds me of the tensing your body and then letting it relax, and then tensing your body and letting it relax. The cold almost kind of does that automatically. So hit that cold water on full blast for like 20 seconds if you can stand it, and then turn it to warm or hot water, whatever you can stand on that side, and let it drain. So during that cold, you'll feel your body will automatically start to want to tense. And then as soon as you hit that warmer water, it'll drain that away. So it's almost, you're doing the same thing. You're using your mind to flush the stuff down the drain, and then using the cold to do that tense and relax.
Yep. So the second thing to do to get out of a blah day is to move your energy, to move your body. You know, squats and skipping, honestly, there's studies on these, that squats and skipping actually help to increase your energy levels. They make you feel more happy, especially because you're stimulating like that center part of your body, your hips, and they get so tight and stuck when we're sitting all damn day. So move your body, stimulate the blood flow, increase the oxygen, because when you start breathing deeper, you start breathing more oxygen into your body, and the oxygen actually helps to alleviate some of those negative energies, and it also helps to release endorphins. So move your body, do some squats. Honestly, get up every 50 or 45 minutes, every hour, and do like 20 squats, maybe a couple jumping jacks. Just get your body moving, and that will totally clear the energy, especially when you're at work. So many of us get stuck like this, and our bodies get tight, our energy gets like drained, and we just become in like a fog because we've been staring at the screen for so long. So get up and move around.
Yeah, the way I like thinking about blah energy is if you've been to a pond where the water hasn't been rushing and it hasn't been raining and stuff like that, and the water's stagnant, it smells funny and stuff starts growing in there.
Don't start smelling funny, guys.
Yeah, the stuff starts growing there, and you realize that stagnation's never good. It's never a good thing. And so the best thing is to get into a spot where you're moving. You know, so as soon as that water starts to rush in, the pond looks beautiful again, and everything's happening the way it should be. So move your body. Don't let the energy stay stuck. If you're having a blah, that's a stagnant energy. That energy that you're having is not something that's going to push you forward. It's not going to be something that uplifts you. You're not going to inspire anybody. So if you start moving around, you'll exercise some of that energy, and when those endorphins come in, those are the feel-good. You know, that's the feel-good feeling anyway. Those endorphins will start pumping. You'll start automatically feeling better. Okay,
so it's truth time, and you guys know we love to help create clarity in your life because you can make changes from the clarity that you create in your life. So what area in your life is currently feeling stagnant? Where are you feeling like, I haven't been putting any energy into this area of my life and it really needs some reinvention? So if you're just now joining us, we are covering the 5 things to try when you're having a blah kind of day. And the first one was take a cleansing shower. The second one is move your body. But before we share the next 3, I want to know what's something that you do to cleanse your, or, you know, to release that negative energy. If you're in a bad mood, or if you're in a funk, what's the one thing that you do to cleanse that energy or to lift your spirits and to find joy again?
Yeah, and so this third one is really big, and despite the fact that we're on social media now, the biggest thing that you can do is limit your social media. And the reason is, if you
wait until after this video.
Right? So the reason is, there's a lot of studies on this, that the more often that a person checks their social media, the more depressed they become. And it sounds weird. You're like, why would that happen? We're connecting with people, we're talking to people, but the reality about it is that a lot of people either put their best stuff on social media, so they look their best, they sound their best, it looks like a highlight reel that, you know, regular life doesn't really compare to, or they're negative. So it's going to be one of the extremes. Either everything's perfect or everything's totally bad. And when you live in those extremes, like, just regular life doesn't sound as good. You know, we're like, well, how come I'm not doing this? Or you get in that negativity mindset and you're like, yeah, that pisses me off too. And that just furthers what we're talking about. You're just like, one blah thing turns into a lot of blah things. Now you're carrying other people's problems with you. So limit your social media, even just for that day or even just for a few hours. Just step away from that and just get centered really with who you are and what you're doing.
Yeah, you'll break that comparison feeling of like, oh, man, why are they always doing this? So limit your social media. And the 4th thing you guys already know is to go outside, connect with nature, take a walk.
Yeah, this is absolutely one of my favorites, and it's because it's so healing. You know, anytime I get stuck on anything, I mean, if I'm not having the ideas come to me when I'm working on business stuff or anything like that, if Britt and I are talking about something, we're trying to make a big decision, but we can't make it, that energy for us is really stuck down, we walk outside.
And you know what? Every 45 minutes, instead of just doing squats, we actually take a walk around the park in nature a few times a day. And that really helps to change the energy. And when you come back to your work, you're more fulfilled. You have the energy and the clarity, and you're not like, oh, I'm so sick of staring at this computer. So nature is the ultimate soother for the soul.
I love doing that one.
I know.
Yeah, we go on multiple walks per day, and it's become one of those deals that just works so well for us. Every time you're refreshed, every time you have new inspiration, new stuff, because you've gone outside, you've been nourished. You're not, again, staying still and stuck and stagnant.
Yep. So the last thing to do, guys, when you want to shift your energy from a kind of day to something more positive and more loving, and you guys know this simple rule, but it's to do something kind. Maybe for yourself, maybe for other people, but just do something with that thoughtful intention that's coming from a loving place.
Yeah, it's so good. I mean, even, I'll tell you what, if you get stuck and you walk outside and you see somebody, just to smile at them and just say, don't say, hey, how are you doing? Say, hey, I hope you're having a great day. Just those little shifts like that, suddenly you take all of the emphasis and off of you and you put it somewhere else, and you get more of a serving mentality, and automatically that brings up our gratitude levels, that brings up our appreciation levels, and that brings up our joy levels. And so what we're doing, emotions are on this big scale here with happiness and joy up here at the top, and this fear and kind of hate feeling down at the bottom, and blah is kind of somewhere down there in the bottom too. So as you do one little bitty act and one little bitty act, your emotions start to stack up, and what ends up happening is after you've done this for a while, you suddenly start realizing, oh my gosh, I feel so much better. And it's because you had to get the attention away from you, stop being just in your own little mind cave, and start looking at other people like, hey, there are other people out there. They need my help and support. I'm going to give it. And by that, I'm actually going to be nourished too. It's exactly how it happens.
Yeah, typically if you're in a blah kind of mood, you're stuck in the victim mentality. Why is this happening to me? This sucks. My life, blah, 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 blah. But when you step into service, you automatically release that victimhood mentality, and you become a loving vessel of, oh, I'm here for a reason. I have something to give. And that connects you back with the truth of who you are. And when you tap into that, when you're tapped into what Chris is talking about, away from fear and back into love, then you start to look at what was causing the blah day with a more loving lens, and you can see from that perspective that maybe some of those things that are happening are trying to get you to make the changes that you're being held responsible to make, or to look at your life from a different perspective and to accept some of the things that are going on.
Yeah, I'll tell you one other thing that's really, really fun to do if you just want to step out and be kind and appreciate people. Write thank you cards. Often,
it's my favorite.
I'm not talking about send a text message or make a phone call. Literally take your hand out and get a pen and write it down on a piece of paper and send it to somebody. Send it to your parents or send it to a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Just mail them something. You have no idea. Britt and I mail a bunch of cards out, and the response we get sometimes, people go, you know what? I really needed that today. I was having a super crappy day, but just that thank you card, just a reminder of life's good and, I'm doing good things. Just that reminder helped, kept me going. And so it's so important to just reach out, get a pen, something super simple, just a blank card, and send it out to people. Write that and just say, hey, look, I was just thinking about you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Just want to let you know that I appreciate you and you matter to me. That's it. It can be super simple. Don't have to complicate it.
Yeah. Who's somebody you've been thinking about lately that you haven't reached out to? I spent the morning actually emailing some of my old clients from over a year ago, people that I haven't seen, that have been coming up in my mind lately and on my heart. So just take 2 minutes to send a message, to write a note. I mean, writing a card is the bomb. If you want to be expert level, go write a card. But even if you just send a text message or an email, you can change somebody's life because they feel loved and they feel supported and they feel cared about. And just as much as you want that feeling, so does everybody else. So when you start honoring and giving that to other people, you'll start to naturally do it to yourself. So go out there and be kind, send a sweet message to somebody, do something nice for somebody, and it'll automatically up-level and elevate your energy to that next level of love. So if you're just now tuning in, for the recap, 5 things to do when you're having a blah day. Hey, Stacey Chambers. Number 1, take a cleansing shower. Melt away all that negative energy. Number 2, move your body. Do some squats and get that energy flowing in your body.
Yeah, number 3 is to limit your social media. 4, get outside, take a walk, be out there in nature. And number 5 is do something kind. Shift that energy away from yourself. get in that attitude of service and of gratitude, and start reminding people how important they are to you and how much they matter in your life. And once you start doing that, it'll change that blah day. And it didn't have to go from it's 100% blah to 0. If you go from 100 to 50, at 50 you can still get stuff done. You can still move around and do the things that you know you need to do in your business and in your life. And so just lower those levels enough to get you back in the game. Again, we're just trying to go to make sure that it's not, a week occurrence or a year occurrence and it ruins your marriage and your business. We're talking about being able to change these things very rapidly. So these 5 things have worked for us. Hopefully they'll work for you guys too.
Yeah, all you have to do is just up level and elevate your energy 1 notch. And all you have to do is through a choice, through awareness, through a desire and an intention. Like, you know what, right now I'm feeling like a 4 and it doesn't feel very good. I'm going to take a deep breath. I'm going to say something kind to myself. I'm going to do some squats, and automatically you're going to start to raise your energy and feel a little bit better. And once you start feeling better, they say the better it gets, the better it gets. Denise says, I paint rocks and leave them out for someone to find and put a smile on their face, sharing love and light. Denise, that is amazing. And I would just be over the moon if I saw a painted rock. It reminds me of the gratitude rock that Chris and I used to do. We used to give away crystals or little painted rocks and call them gratitude rocks, and encourage people that anytime they saw or touched their gratitude rock, they would think of something that they were grateful for. And that helps you to, tune into a positive energy. Another
thing that we've done quite a few times is we have kids out where we live. We live in a neighborhood where there's kids and stuff. And so a lot of times you'll find sidewalk chalk just already sitting there. The kid just left his bike out there. And so we'll pick up that sidewalk chalk and just write really cool, inspiring messages like, hope you have a great day, things like that. And so what ends up happening is that everybody walks by and sees that. And every once in a while, we'll have someone come by. I was at a mail place mailing a package the other day, and some guy...
A mail place?
Yeah.
You never know what that means.
All right. So I was mailing a package, and this guy who's in line, he goes, I know you. And I don't know you, though. And he said, no, you're that guy. I always see you and your wife walking outside. I always see you guys writing little messages. I just want to tell you how much I appreciate that. I have no idea who this guy is, but he's seen us do it. He's seen us write this stuff down, and it's made an impact in his life. The reality is that you don't realize how much the actions and how much your thoughts and how much your kind gestures really, really, really matter to people. Like, you matter, and doing these small things is really how you create change in the world. I don't know how I affected that guy's life, but I tell you what, he was head over heels in love when he saw me, and it was just, I thought, man, what? This is not even somebody I know.
Why wouldn't they?
Aw, it was amazing though. It was such a cool feeling, and to realize that you're doing good in the world that you don't even know. And that's why doing these things, they're so simple. Man, they really change everything.
And that's so true. When you set your intention to do good in the world, sometimes it feels like, man, am I even making a difference? I know that I felt that way. I don't know about you. But for the last at least 2 years, my conscious mission and intention has been to do good and to bring joy and to spread the light and to be loving and to find the positive in every single thing. And it takes effort. It takes work. But the most important thing is that if you choose to live an elevated life, then you have full control of your personal power, and you can make those choices and changes in your life that will align you with what is authentically true for you.
Ooh.
I know, right?
I love it.
I had to step out of my own way to let that one come through. Anne says, oh my God, we are taking chalk to the park now.
Do it.
It is the most beautiful thing when you walk outside and you see a message that says, be happy, or, let go, just trust, or hearts and butterflies. I mean, it's just such a fun thing. Plus, it taps you back into your childlike innocence, and that will automatically connect you with your joy.
I tell you what, too, if you really want to mess people up, or in a good way though, right? If you really want to do it, you want to knock this out of the park, get out there with the chalk and write, if you're looking for a sign, this is it. Like, the amount of people that are looking for permission, or just like, hey, should I take that chance? Or hey, should I believe in myself today? Boom, write that down. The amount of change is infinite. You're affecting so many people. Remember, like when you throw the one stone in the water, it ripples out everywhere. And
that's the goosebumps.
There you go. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're just throwing ripples in the pond and letting the waves carry out. This is how you change everything, guys. This is it.
Yeah, one wave at a time, and it continues to ripple. So be the change that you wish to see in the world by being kind and being loving, first to yourself, so that you can do that unconditionally for other people. I write in the sand on the beach.
There you go, Amy. Beautiful.
That is so cool. I will do it and take a photo for you
guys.
Yes. Okay, challenge. I love this. Here's your challenge for today. Whatever kind thing you do, whether it's write a note or go sidewalk chalk or whatever it is, you bake a cake, I don't know, take a picture and either tag it in the comments here on this video or just shoot us a private message, because we're here to support you. We love seeing the great work that you're doing in the world. And if you want us to help elevate your life and teach you these simple mindset shifts and to dive even deeper, then I highly, highly, highly recommend you jump into our monthly membership club, where we join you live every month for 90 minutes. And we provide meditations and yoga and resource guidebooks and everything that you need to grasp these concepts to live your best life, because you deserve it. You are worthy, you are lovable, you are supported, and you are here for a reason. So step out of this fear, step out of this comfort zone, and really say yes to living the life that you've been dreaming of, because now's the time. Like, we're halfway through the year already. I mean, how fast is time flying? So we know that we all expire at the end of this journey. So enjoy it while you're here. Stop trying to live up to perfection. Stop trying to live other people's lives, and just do you. And you say, I don't know how to do that. What do you love? What are your talents and skills? And what brings you joy? That's your purpose. That's your mission. That's your thing in life. Everyone says, how do I find my passion? Find what gives you joy and do that 100%. Done. Bam. Mic drop. If you love this message, go ahead and tag a friend below or share it on your page. We appreciate the good karma and the good vibes. So thank you so much for tuning in here to the Elevated Life series, where we teach you these simple mindset shifts to create radical transformation in your life every Friday at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And of course, if you want to dive in deeper with us, join our monthly membership club by going to brittneycarmichael.com/membership. We are so happy that you were here. Thank you for spending the time with us. And if you have any questions, aha moments about this topic, leave them in the comments, because we're happy to answer or go even deeper on this topic. And if there is something you'd like us to cover here on The Elevated Life, leave that in the comments below too, because we're here to answer all your questions when it comes to elevating your life.
Ooh. Have a good weekend, guys.
What a great day, guys. Happy summer solstice from yesterday. I love each and every one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, love your energy. Thanks for being here, guys. I'm totally going to do it. Stacy says, yay. Linda says, hey guys, great to see you. It makes my day.
Yay.
You guys are amazing. See, you are already doing something kind today with these beautiful, sweet words. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, hey, Tina. Okay, you ready?
Let's do it.
Peace out. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.